Hey everybody, welcome to the Goats Only on the High Rollin' Sports and Entertainment Network. What is going on, Kamish with the hat?
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the NFL Goats Only on the Rowler Sports Network, where it doesn't matter about the name on the front of the jersey, only the name on the back. Welcome, Bruno. I'm fired up. I'm excited. 4.1 thousand views in 30 days. Very interesting to me. I'm excited. We've got special guests coming on. I'm fired up.
Yeah, we got a couple of special things going on tonight, Kamish. What's with the hat?
Because NFL is playing some games in London, London, Cup OT, shitty weather, bangers and mash. I thought I'd bring a little extra flavor, put on the hat, Peaky Blinders episode, if you know what I'm saying.
That's interesting. Okay, nice hat, nice jersey. Got some news on McDavid?
Yeah, he signed for big money today, so we have a lot of stuff to get into. I mean, we're not only going to review the Goats Only fantasy standings, but we have breakout players and teams. We have the week ahead in the NFL. We have special guests of the week in the Goat Zone. We have week 6 NFL and MLB predictions. We have our special sponsor shoutouts. We also have our weekly mystery caller, sports card corner. I mean, don't touch that dial. We have high roller and low roller, fan mail, beefs and greases out of this world. So stay tuned for the juice because we're rolling. We're bringing it. I mean, I'm fired up.
Benny, you know what? Kamish, we have the Samoan Smash as our guest today.
Big Joe.
Big Joe. Joe Low. He was Joe Low before J Lo. Like, I think he can dance better than we have some clips on him. Boy, can he go.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get him today. We love him. We're going to get him. We also got our Goats Only guest, Bryden Beisel. I mean, he's busy with everything, but he's still chipping away some time for us. We have also John Anthony from Two for the Money. I mean, he's doing week 6 predictions because I shit the bed in week 5. Not only I shit the bed, I lost in fantasy to a guy I reminded 3 times to set his lineup. 3 times I texted you to keep it fair, and you blew me out of the water, out of my number 1 spot. I was so upset this weekend. Not only did the games not go like I thought, but looking at the fantasy scoreboard and seeing you just walk away with it broke my heart. I try to do the right thing, because I'm a good guy. I'll let you know when you're lined up and you got injured guys and guys on bye week. Blair, however, didn't mention it to Dominic, so Blair got an easy win this week. We got a lot to cover. Don't touch that dial because we're bringing the shit today. You're going to want to stay tuned and watch this stuff because, we're putting it together today.
So, Coach, I knew you were going to be prickly today. So check this out. I took this morning right after you phoned me in the Fuhrer. So check this out. I can't even make this up. And being honest, there was a full moon last night.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was like crazy. It was like moonstruck, right? And then I forgot to take it. I thought, there's no way I'm going to beat you because I don't follow it as much as you do. This morning when I went for my illegal jog, which I'm not supposed to, this is at the lake, and check it out. The moon was still out there, and 2 seconds later you called me all going crazy. So I knew this was going to be like the peanut butter extra crunchy, the Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC extra crispy. So fans, get ready for crunchy Kamish today. All right, here we go. Which brings us right away to the Kamish rundown. Tell us what's going on, standings, and all the great stuff that you work on us. Show your screen. Let's go.
Yeah, Bruno. So I took a beating last week to you because I told you to set your lineup. Really pissed off about that, but I always do the right thing no matter what. The maple syrup Matt Kluche, he brought the serious juice. I couldn't believe the score of his game. He was really mad at me taking him out in last week's fantasy football. So, we got Matt attack and bringing the heat, sharing first spot. and Stroud and Proud and Bruno's brilliant team trailing right behind them. And, obviously we got the Saskatoon Assassin, who's holding on to last place because she forgot to set her quarterback. He was on a bye weekend. So yeah, that kind of sucks.
All right. That's all we got today.
So listen, Bruno, I'm also going to get into player breakout players in the NFL. I talk about this every week. We're going to do the top 3 in each spot. So let's get right to it in the QB spot. We've got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes making a big move, and Baker Mayfield on the top 3 spots. In the running back spot, we got Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, and Javonte Williams. Good tight 3 right there. In the receiver spot,
who's got McCaffrey in the pool?
Don't even know, but somebody's got him, and it's not me. That's all I got to say. In the
you scored big for me, Coach.
Yeah, it's bullshit, actually. Thanks for that. It's in the wide receiver spot, Bruno. We got Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Emeka Egbuka in the top 3 spots. And my favorite position, the tight end spot, we see Jake Ferguson, Dalton Kincaid, and Tyler Warren, holding those 3 spots. Now, Bruno, I also got to tell you about breakout teams in the NFL right now. In the AFC, we have the Bills, the Colts, and the Jags sharing the top spot at 4-1, where we have the Jets, who still can't win, can't get a W. In the NFC, we have the Eagles, 49ers, Lions, and Bucks holding the leaderboard at 4-1, and the Saints and the Giants are at the bottom of the barrel with 1 win and 4 losses. So very interesting there. And in the week ahead, Bruno, we have got a couple big games this weekend, with the Rams and the Ravens. If Lamar's out, it's not going to be good for the Ravens. We've got the Cardinals and the Colts. So two not bad teams. I mean, the Colts is playing amazing football. They're taking down teams I never thought they'd take down. So I thought the Cardinals and the Colts would be an interesting match. We've got the Niners and the Tampa Bay Bucks, which I think is going to be a very good game in Tampa Bay, and the Lions and the Chiefs. Now, we also have the MLB championships in full swing with the division series, and John Anthony will give his predictions in just a moment. I flew this prick, from Manhattan to here. I'm flying him home as soon as he's done, but this guy knows sports, and because I shit the bed so bad last week in all my NFL picks and predictions, I thought I'd bring the fans some real juice, a real knowledgeable guy, and so stay tuned for that. John Anthony, 2 for the money. He's going to be here. Pacino's not coming, but he's going to be here. So I can't wait to see what he's got for week 6 predictions in the NFL and MLB. Plus, Bruno, we have the UFC 320 last weekend, and my boy, Alex Pereira, KO'd Magomed Ankalaev and Jiri knocking out Khalil Roundtree. It was a treat to watch. We had some good fights over the weekend. I saw Trump in the stands. He's always at the matches. He loves UFC, and I was cracking some happy dads. I had a good weekend. How about you?
Hey, everything's good. I mean, we're going to be talking about our high roller and low roll-ins. I think you're going to, I don't know. You're gonna agree with how I spent some of my weekend watching some of the teams that I cheer for go down the drain. But that's a good rundown, Coach. Let's move on. Which brings us to the Goats Only Goat Zone commish. We got someone that, man, you grew up with. I haven't seen him in a long time. We're talking about the one, the only, handsome Blair Beisel's son and his nephew, right? Here we go. Bryden Beisel. Let's go, Bry. What's going on, brother?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Good. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show. It wouldn't be Goats Only without you showing up. So I appreciate you taking the time to sit with us, have a chat.
Hey, thanks, Coach. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been keeping up, watching the podcast. It's fantastic to be on.
Well, welcome, brother.
You could have a more fantastic jersey on, though. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about
Well,
McDavid 97 there.
it's big news. It's big news today. He signed lots of millions of dollars, so I had to show a little love. It's not about the name on the front of your jersey. It's about the name on the back. So listen, I want to jump right in. I mean, what sort of things are you up to, Bryden? I mean, I know you're rock
Oh,
climbing.
man.
You went to
Yup.
Japan. You're
Yup.
going to be you're taking school to become a teacher. I mean,
Yup.
talk to us a little bit about your journey so far.
Sounds good. You pretty much rattled off my resume there. But yeah, it's been a long time. 10 years since we were playing hockey all together now, which is crazy. But it's been a long journey for me. So, we played hockey last year again. My brother and I, Brennan, we were on our rec league, the Shanghai Sharks. We were the only two white guys on the team.
I love it.
Right? Isn't that awesome? So we got to play some hockey again last year, and then I jumped ship over the summer and I started playing a bit of soccer too. But we're not totally traders here. We're going back to the hockey life pretty soon here, fingers crossed, assuming we can get the league up and running again. But yeah, so like lots of sports, and then moving to university, I mean, it's a time commitment, obviously, playing hockey, playing soccer. So took up the mantle a little bit with rock climbing there, and a lot of hiking too. And
That's
hiking's a
good.
great one to do with the missus as well. So we're always out in Canmore, just about every weekend, finding something to do there.
Keeping the cardio up. Very nice.
Oh yeah. That's what we
Brian,
do.
are you an Eagles fan too? Do you have those silly pajamas like your mom and dad?
Hey. Hurts wouldn't be my quarterback otherwise, man.
Big
I
statement.
tell you that. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Brian, I have a question for you.
All right.
You've had a lot of, you played a lot of sports, been good at a lot of them and all that kind of stuff. You had some influential coaches and some of them weren't. What's your favorite Coach Benny moment?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to shout out Coach Benny a little bit right now, because my first vehicle ever, my RAV4, my 2005 RAV4, was sold to me by Coach Benny at the lowest possible market price. And I'm still kicking around in that vehicle to this day. And I remember getting the call from the man. I didn't think it was real at the price point he sold it to me at. So I wouldn't be able to go out and do what I'm doing, driving out to the mountains, doing all the climbing, driving to school, if it weren't for Coach Benny there. So a little bit outside of hockey, I gotta give you a shout and say thank you so much for that, because you gave me my wheels, man.
Well, Brian, just so that you know, buddy, I'm glad you're happy and your family's happy and you've changed your life. It wasn't even his car to sell. You might want to check the ownership on that. So
whoa.
Yeah,
You stole this thing?
Alex, because he didn't want to stay local, we got the RAV4 and the Honda to your brother. And
yeah, I
so,
know. Yeah, the Honda too.
Yeah,
He
the
loves that
CRV.
car.
So
Yeah.
Alex donated some vehicles to the Beisel family. The Beisel family gave us some dollar bills to send Alex out to the States. It all worked out. And then Alex took my truck in the hail and destroyed the Denali, the pavement princess. So
Oh, no.
yeah, I'm plagued.
Man. Not the hail. It's always the hail. You can
Listen,
make
Brad.
a good few $1 million if you were in that industry a couple years back.
Oh man, it's crazy. Listen,
Yeah.
Brian, without talking too much about the fantasy standings, and I got to bring that up being the coach.
Yup.
2-3 record.
It's all right.
Over the course of these shows, I've had to say Hawk Tua about 97 times.
Ah!
So, I'm grateful for you
That's
doing that
awesome.
to me. I know
Yep,
that was
yeah.
set up. I know that was set up on purpose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was with the podcast in mind.
Yeah.
I know it.
But tell me, any plans with you and the 5-year strong girlfriend at Christmas time? That's my second question to you.
Oh my gosh. This year we're taking it easy, but she's a flight attendant, so we get the great benefit of travel that comes with that job. So, we've talked about it a little bit, and we're not sure yet, but we might jet off somewhere sunny on those buddy passes. So it's a little idealistic. We'll see how things are going. How fat the wallet's looking. Maybe if a few of those Bet365 bets hit, we'll be hanging it out in Maui or Florida or somewhere beautiful. But we'll have to see. But right now, just keeping Christmas in the family. Looks like we're doing Christmas evening and Christmas Day at our house this year. So my dad's gonna have his work cut out for him, cooking the turkey and the ham and a Christmas pudding, you name it.
Well, I know he'll have his Eagles outfit on while he's cooking.
Oh, certainly.
And I know you guys will probably head out and do some ice climbing here come wintertime. We're right around the corner.
We'll see. I've been thinking about it. It's a little
Hey,
scarier.
Brian, just so that you know, our guest today is Joe Lobendahn, and former Stampeder, former Washington guy, and he's the Samoan Smash. So he's from Hawaii. Maybe he can help. Maybe he can hook you up.
Hey, he could hook me up. We could go hang out down there. That'd be a sweet deal.
And also,
hit my line.
hey, and also, we had John Anthony from Two for the Money, the movie Two for the Money on. So, pay attention to his picks this week. We flew him out here in a jet. He just flew off right now. He made his picks and predictions for week 6 plus some MLB action. So we might be able to help you get some dollar bills for that trip for Christmas.
Hey, that's amazing there. I like to hear that. And then, hey, we won't be relying on the Bet365 to go off. That's perfect.
No.
Hey, Bryden, I got 2 quick questions for you. Number 1.
All right, lay it on me.
Because I know you got to go because you got to go play that international soccer thing or whatever you're doing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
All important. We appreciate
Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, they're all going to be there, my buddies. So,
you know what? Like, who are we to slow you down? But the one thing I wanted to ask you, two quick questions. Number 1, in terms of being a Beisel, right?
Oh.
Like, it must be really like not just having your mom Tracy, your brother, handsome Blair Beisel, good looking people. But how is it to be in the shadow of handsome, most beautiful man, Uncle Brad, and being compared to that?
Where do I start? He was a GQ model before they got Travis Kelce. Multi-million-dollar contracts. He was up there with Brad Pitt recently too, if you know him.
Yeah.
Just a little name. Yeah, he was a world's sexiest man in 1940, I think. So
38. 38.
A lot of really big titles for him there, and I aspire to be that way. Maybe I'll be going for a world's sexiest man in 2026. I'll have to ask him for some advice there. But I hear the Rock's putting up a hard competition this year, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's they're big boots to fill, and I mean very, very big.
Stinky too, but his stage name was HPB. Remember, Coach? Hottie Patati Beisel. So check that out. You might have to go 18 and over and stuff like that, but yeah, good old boy. Coach, you got something else for Brian?
I got my 2 questions in. I know we got time for one more question from you, Bruno. So I think we should lay on Bryden what his parents gave us for Christmas.
Oh, what's that?
Let's take a look here.
Oh, I'm so scared. No, what is this? Oh, no, you guys are going to make me leave early.
This is part of your singing career, and I know it came short.
Yeah, very, very prolific. I'm actually wearing the same red shirt today. Hey, boys, it's been a pleasure.
Are we not listening to this? Let's try this again. What are we doing?
Oh, man, what vocals. Just straight vocals.
That wasn't nice, Kate.
Who's that guy?
That wasn't nice.
Listen.
Well, I don't think we need any background vocals.
Listen, I mean, your parents set that up. We have to give them credit. I know there'll be a window for you to get them back when Tracy Beisel comes on our show very soon. They sent us that clip, so
That's
you got to
bad.
get him back on this show. But this is
Oh, yeah.
the love that we have for you. Since you're a little kid, we loved you. We still love you. We wish you good luck in school. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to be with us, brother.
Thanks, Coach.
Much love for you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Much love for you as well, Coach. Thanks for having me, Bruno. If you ever need some, or my mom, you know whose line to call. We'll get a little revenge here, I think.
I'll call you soon.
All right. Or Brennan. Hey, if you get Brennan on here, I've got a treasure trove for that guy. So make sure you're pestering him. Get him on here. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, he's coming soon. So stay tuned. Your phone will start ringing real soon.
Hell yeah. Let's make it happen. All right. Thanks
Good
for
luck,
having me, boys.
Enjoy soccer.
All
See you later, Brian.
All the best. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Bryden Beisel. Wow, he looks like that Macaulay Culkin growing up, remember?
Oh yeah, he's a beauty. He's a beauty.
Great job, Coach. Which brings us to guest of the week on Goats Only on the High Rollin' Sports and Entertainment. What's the guy that's doing the picks again? I don't know that guy. What's his name? Mark Anthony? Joe Anthony?
You're on a need to know, Bruno. So let's get fired up about Joe.
Anthony can't get Joe. Anthony can't get the Samoan Smash on his program. We can. Coach, why don't you introduce the great guest we got going on?
Listen, Joe, I'm so grateful that you showed up. Took the time for us. 3 beautiful kids and a wife at home, full-time job. I mean, you're pushing time. Time is tight for you. So I'm going to jump right in it. So, Joe, I mean, Valentine's Day birthday, born in Honolulu, Hawaii. Went to high school in Honolulu, St. Louis, went to college in Washington, University in Washington, to the Spokane. Then you went to the Spokane Shock, then to Detroit Lions, then showing some love to Canada, playing with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Joe likes it cold. That's all. The conclusion I'm coming to right now is Joe likes it cold. My question for Joe is, talk about this journey. Did you know you're going to be a football player in high school? I mean, when did it come to you that this is the route for me?
Let's rewind here. I would say when I was in grade 5th, we had an assignment, and that assignment we had to write to ourselves a letter saying, okay, what things that I wanted to accomplish and the dreams of where you want to be in life later in life. And so I didn't get that letter back to me only because I moved. But in that letter, I wrote that I wanted to finish high school, which I did. I also wanted to gain a full ride to play football, and I did at the University of Washington. Play, in the NFL. So I had a cup of tea there with Detroit Lions, and then continue my dream in the CFL with Winnipeg, Calgary, and Saskatchewan.
Wow. I mean, they talk a lot about self-visualization, and that's some Dale Carnegie type shit right there, where you're writing out your life path and journey. And I hope all the young little buggers are listening to this right now. Write the letter. There's so many people that, have achieved their goals and dreams. Not me, however, but a lot of people. And, that's how they do it. So I appreciate you sharing that little gem.
Well, I got a little surprise for Joe. I didn't know you were going to really open it up with this, but we got a hold of the letter. And at the bottom, where it says all about your hopes and dreams, it says, and lastly, my life will not be complete unless I'm on a live show with the commish. So all the dreams have come true, kids.
And here we are.
Dreams do come true. Joe, I got a question for you. When you came to Canada, how did you come to Canada? Walk us through the details. And what did you think? Because you had never been to Canada, right?
No, I heard a lot about it, just being in the Northwest in Seattle there. I've always wanted to come up because that's what everybody did in at the University of Washington, like for like spring breaks or like winter, snow with skiing and stuff. I just didn't have a chance to do that because I was always in football season, no matter what. If I was in season, if I wasn't in season, I was training for the season. So with that being said, I just knew just things about Canada, and how it happened was an agent at the time. I can't recall his name anymore, but he asked me, "Oh, like, do you want to still continue to play?" And I'm an agent up in the CFL. I would like to bring you up, and I was like, "Sure, let's try this." So I was actually on the Hamilton's neg list before I went to Washington. Not Washington, but Winnipeg. So I went into camp not knowing anything about Winnipeg, and I show up, and I'm looking and at that time it was at the Canadian Stadium. I'm looking at the stadium. I'm walking to the locker room. I'm like looking around. I was like, what is this? Because my high school is a lot better than this locker room. And then, so the thing is, you know what? I was very happy to have that opportunity to play in the CFL. I made Canada my home now. A lot of my network is within Canada, so very happy, for that, and very proud of that as well. And I'm the only one out of my whole family. I'm the only one in Canada, and everyone's back home in Hawaii.
Crazy. That's crazy, Joe. And how was it growing up in Hawaii? Like everybody thinks it's, this a lot of people who watch our show, they've been to Hawaii, but how was to grow up there? It's quite different than just regular US, I guess, right?
It is, yeah, it is. I would say it's a lot more of a melting pot there, as far as different cultures that's there. A very Asian influence as well from Japan, the Philippines, and the Chinese as well. So um, I love growing up there. Very family oriented there. The culture, family is a big thing. Respect is a big thing as far as respecting your elders is a huge thing. Um, I wouldn't trade it in for anything else. Leaving Hawaii when I was 17 to attend the University of Washington, um, I was cried on the plane just because I just didn't know what to expect. Um, because I was just kind of moving forward, leaving the nest, if you will. And you know what? You kind of find your way. Um, and I was just, proud that I took that leap of faith uh, to attend the University of Washington and, to chase my dream.
Joe, I find it interesting because when I was a young kid and I wasn't very talented, I played a lot of different positions on the field. But my parents would ship me out to Whitworth College, where I got to go practice with Drew Bledsoe. So
Okay.
Drew was my roommate, and his dad was called the Flying Bee. He was kind of like that mental coach, motivational, mental prep coach. And,
Hmm.
obviously his son did really well. But I sure loved my time in Washington. It was a fun place to hang out. If you don't know, though, that all the candy bar and snack companies, they use Washington to test out new ideas for like the Snickers bar or something like that before they send it anywhere else around the world. Washington's a place.
Really? Why is that? Because
Ah,
everyone there is all about like healthy eating, you know? Everything is about, saving, energy and all that. So,
well, maybe in the
um,
early 90s, it was a little bit different of a place. As I'm 52 years old, Joe, that was a long, long time ago. But I'm glad Washington has turned to health and wellness over shit snacks. That makes me happy.
mhm.
Hey, hey, Joe, as you know, the commission is always on the run. One of the reasons why he's always on the run is because he's a sports car wheeler and dealer, and he came up with this goodie right here.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, the rookie card, baby, the rookie card.
Look at that. Yeah. Looks like that was against Fresno State.
Well, Joe, just so you
Yeah.
know that I'm bidding on it on eBay, as well as a jersey of yours and a picture.
Wow.
And so if I can nail it down, definitely be under the tree for Christmas time.
Wow. Yeah, I'll definitely come by, sign it for you.
Ha, my man.
That is cool. Yeah. I'm not even sure if I
But
have
but
a card myself.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Joe is not a little guy, right? And Joe,
I am.
you're not a little guy. No, but I'm just saying you're not like 5'2". Like you're a big guy, right? Like you played professional football. But I want to say something. I don't want to be inappropriate, but Joe's a big guy. Look at him right here. Okay. This guy's ass. Holy shit. This guy's like 560 pounds and he's running the ball. And Joe's like, I think you're like tackling him to say it's illegal for a fat guy like that to run the ball. That's all I'm saying, right? So
Yeah.
I just have to point that out. That's a big boy.
Yeah, I can't remember who that is, but it looks like it was against Fresno State. So if I can
Yeah, there you
remember,
go.
I did have a good game that game. So
Well, Joe, speaking
you know,
of,
we love you and I love you. I'm a fan. Obviously, I'm bidding on your stuff on eBay and making moves on the side. I've got a two-part question for you, Joe, because it's my
Okay.
turn and I'm taking all the time with you I can because you're a beauty.
Mhm.
Number one question, what time is reggae time?
Oh, you know what? Reggae time is every day at any time of the day.
Man.
It just, it makes the mood very chill. The thing is, like, as far as an islander, we're pretty, relaxed and just want to enjoy life as it is. If you tell everybody that the party is at 2 o'clock, they don't show up till like probably 3 or 4 o'clock because they're just taking their time, sweet time. I said I'll get there when I get there, but I will
Uh,
be there.
Yeah, I heard from Bruno that when you guys went to the Super Bowl, you were approached by a few people that enjoyed reggae time. They wanted to let you and Bruno know when reggae time was because you can't miss reggae time. I'm a big fan. Obviously, I'm blowing the hoolies. You know me, the commish. Joe, my second question for you, and I'm very grateful. I know you got the spaghetti and Caesar salad on the burner, and I don't want to interrupt a big man and his meal. I know that rule well enough. But Joe, you're a family man now. I mean, congratulations on two beautiful daughters, a brand new son. You're working with Arnett and Burgess Energy Services. I hear you may hit the streets with the kids in a couple weekends and load up on some candy. Are these Halloween rumors true? Are you going to take the kids and go and
Yeah.
hustle the neighborhood?
Yes, it is very true. I'm not sure what I'm going to dress up as. Maybe just as their dad, but I will be taking out the girls for sure, Tinsley and Lennon. So Tinsley's 4 and Lennon is 2. I do have my oldest is in Winnipeg with her mom, Elise, and she's 13. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we know Elise is going to be going out getting a couple candies, and then we'll have to book those dentist appointments. But I
for
appreciate
sure.
that.
Oh yes.
well, you know what, we want to share something, Joe. I don't know if you've seen this in a while, but the commish is always on the go. He's on the move. I hope this comes out, but I want to share a couple of things. Going back to the football side, check these two highlights out.
2nd and 1, and they spread it out with 3 receivers either side. And Richie Williams drops the ball, and it is
Here we go.
Joe Lobendahn off to the
Let's go.
Terry Colley.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I get hawked.
Oh.
Yeah, I did get hawked on that play.
I love watching that play. That was a great play. And what a second effort. I tell kids in football today, it's not about the block you make. It's what do you do after that block? And, that second effort, helped your team. That was a beauty play.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Well, Joe, you know what I noticed is that, man, you were motoring. You were made for the Canadian game because side to side you can get there. But since that play, I don't think I've seen you run faster since, you're known to take out, like do the dishes, and then you're just taking off. You don't have time for that shit. But man, you were motoring. What was your best 40 time as a middle linebacker?
or 5.
Wow, that's
That
lightning.
was my fastest. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that your biggest strength? I mean, you're a smash down player. We're going to show another clip here. But was that the thing you needed to work on the most? Was your speed to go side to side? Because that was it, man. You're a fast guy.
Absolutely. The thing is, just by looks, I do not pass the eye test, because they want to see a 6'2", 6'4", 220, 240 linebacker, and I'm only 5'11" and 230. At the time when I was playing in my prime, so I had to make up for my height, which I made up for my speed and also my brains as far as knowing the game.
So for the next clip, okay, I want everybody at home to lower the volume because this is going to be really loud. Check this out. Oops.
And a sprint prod of Teets and another huge collision. But this is just fun to watch because it's football the way it should be played. Watch 58 and 20.
Oh, football the way it should be played. Did you hear that guy? That was awesome.
I did, and he was right, and that's how I played the game. Very physical. Love the run game. I taunt the guys to keep running the ball because it is a passing league in the CFL. But I always try and encourage those guys to run the ball. It's like, guys, you guys got to run the ball, please, please, so I can make some plays, make it fun for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, no, I
Joe, I got a
enjoyed
couple.
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I got a couple of questions for you. I mean, you know this. I know a couple of guys that played with you here in Calgary, good friends of mine, and they really, if you want to share a few details, I mean, you came in here, you got platooned in here, you got flown in here, and they all say one thing: you made a huge difference, right? Now, obviously, your play, I used to call guys like you loud players because you could hear it when you played, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean like you're vocally loud or anything like that, but I'm talking on the field, it's smackdown. You heard helmet pads, right?
Yeah.
What was it that you bring to a team that everybody says, yeah, we remember Joe, right?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think it's just it comes with the role, the position. As a middle linebacker, you have to be a leader. Every defense and every middle linebacker for each defense is the leader of that defense. And if you're not the leader of that defense as a middle linebacker, then you're failing them. You're failing your teammates. You make the play calls, you make the checks. You got to make sure that everybody's lined up correctly, and on the same page, right? At times I would tell, some of the players that I'll be playing with to get off the field because they're not doing their job, right? The thing is, everybody on that field at every position has to be accountable. I take the same attitude that when I was playing into the working world too. Everyone has a job to do. Just do your job and do it the best you can. So as far as football players, be in the gap that you're supposed to be in for every play. I will help you because I'm behind you. I always got your back, but don't keep making the same mistake every single time because you will get, I'll tell you get off the field and bring somebody else in. So just be accountable, do your job.
Joe, I feel that's a lost art of middle linebacker, as being the general on the field. Do you feel that way? I mean, you've been coaching, you've been guest coaching all pros. Is it really still the same? Or I mean, I just feel that it's not that presence back in the day when, like Mike Singletary was there, Ray Lewis, yourself here. How do you think that the game has changed as it relates to the general being the middle linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put myself in that category with Mike Singletary
Well,
and
as a
Ray Lewis.
leader,
I do
as a
appreciate
leader,
that.
as a leader, yeah, you were a leader.
um, I think the game has changed so much. The players has also changed. Um, think it became a lot softer. If you don't see the aggressiveness, with these guys on the field as far as defense and the linebackers like coming downhill and smacking you in the mouth. You don't see that anymore. It's a lot of, I don't know, shoelace tackles and stuff like that. Or, you don't necessarily see the guys wrapping up anymore. There's shoulder tackles and stuff like that, just kind of leaning into the ball carrier. But yeah, you don't see. The thing is, like, I haven't been in a game for a while, so as far as what they're being taught, might be different, and that's maybe the changes of the game. But to be honest with you, it is a violent game, and that's the reason why I love the game, because it was violent. I took, a lot of my aggression on other guys on the field just because I was able to do that legally, right? And that's the fun. That is the fun of it. So I love the contact.
Well, the commission wants to take out his aggression on everybody. That's why he's remote, so he doesn't get close to any. He's a wild animal. Joe, one last question for me is that actually I have one more after this. I think I got it written down. But who's your favorite player growing up?
At the time, I would say.
How do you not say Ray Lewis?
No, I wasn't even. No, it wasn't even Ray Lewis. It was more guys to my stature. So Zach Thomas, played in Miami, and he was 5'9", but he was a leader, and you could see that on the field. London Fletcher, for the Rams, and also he's 5'9", but they play hard. And they led the team.
Yeah.
So those are the guys that I looked up to, only because they were the same built that I was. So, yeah.
Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kamish, Joe and I, when we were in New Orleans, that short little visit was so much fun. You guys were so great to me. We bumped into, I didn't load the picture. Maybe I'll throw it in here afterwards, but we bumped into, we're in the same lineup as Lawrence Taylor. We took a picture with him. Remember that?
That's right. It was him. And then we went out for dinner. We bumped into Deebo Samuels,
Yeah.
George Kittle, and there was another guy that I was also there too. So yeah, lots of memories there. And
that's bucket list type shit right there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
It was fun. Kamish, what do you got going? Because Joe's got to go eat. I got one more quick question, but that's about it.
I've hit Joe with all I want to hit him with. I'm just so honored that he would take time. I know you guys are pals, but for me, I love bringing Honolulu to Canada. It was the best decision Canada's ever made to let you in. I'm sorry that you had to go to the shithole of Canada in Winnipeg, but hey, we got to go test the cold and then come a little closer down south and warm it up a bit, Joe. But I'm so honored, man, so grateful. We're going to blow this video out the roof and just show you as much love as we can.
No, thank you.
I happen to like Winnipeg, so lay off Winnipeg, Kamish.
Going to Winnipeg.
One last question for me, and then get you one thing you got to do for us. But met your dad. Played with George Foster, LA Dodger fan. I know you're a hardcore Dodgers fan. Calling him to win this year?
I am. And
I am too.
I would like, Seattle too as well, only because I went to, Washington, but,
great team.
Yeah, exactly. So the Yanks, ooh, yeah, you don't want to talk about that, Bruno, huh? I understand.
Yeah, we'll see tonight. But I met your dad. Kamish, you might not know who George Foster is, but his dad played there from in LA, right?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, he's the MVP of the AL years ago. I met him in Phoenix. What a great player he was. So, Joe, this is the honor of your 4 minutes with us here. You get to ask the commission a question, whatever you want.
Oh. I don't have any questions, but I just want to say thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We hope you have a good Halloween with the kids. And I hope to see your son on the field when he gets a little bit bigger and you're coaching him. Keep him away from running back or linebacker, just to kind of curb that PTSD and the concussion protocols and everything like that. But we love you, man. We're so grateful to have you on the show. We're gonna blow the roof off this motherfucker. So thanks for being a
Awesome.
part of it. We're about to let loose.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Take care, brother.
See you, Joe. Nice to see you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right.
Hey, we were gonna do picks and predictions, but with the commish, but who's this guy? No helmet, no nothing. Where's the suit? What do we get audited? Have you guys broken into the commish's office?
Well, you got to quit fucking around because my time is money. Hi, I'm John Anthony. You may have seen me in such movies as Two for the Money. I'm the $1 million man with the $1 billion plan. Last week, the commish shit the bed on the picks, so he begged and begged me to come on and give me my picks and predictions for Week 6 in the NFL. And as a cherry on top, I'm going to give you my predictions for the MLB winners from the division series going into the finals. I don't want your money. I want your bookie's money. So here we go. My picks, predictions, Week 6. Thursday, we got the Eagles at the Giants. I'm going Eagles. Then we got the Broncos and the Jets. I'm going Broncos. Then we've got the Seahawks and the Jags. Flip a coin. Both teams are playing fairly well, and the Jags just came off a big win against Kansas City Chiefs last night. Then we've got the Chargers and the Dolphins, and I'm taking Chargers. And this will be the last time I take the Chargers, but I'm taking the Chargers. Then we've got the Rams and the Ravens. No Lamar, I'm going the Rams. Cardinals at Colts. No doubt about it, we're taking the Colts. Browns at Steelers. Steelers had a bye. They got rested. We're taking Steelers. Cowboys and Panthers. We're taking the Cowboys. Patriots at Saints. We're taking the Patriots. Titans at Raiders. We're taking the Raiders. Listen carefully. 49ers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams playing out of their league, playing great. So we got to take Tampa Bay because they're home. Then we got the Bengals at the Packers. The Bengals who? They're destroyed, they're dismantled, they've got nothing. We're taking the Packers. We got the Lions and the Chiefs. Big game of the week. Chiefs are tired, we're taking the Lions. Then we got the Bills at Falcons. We're taking the Bills. Monday night, we have the Bears at Commanders. Commanders are getting it done. Now my MLB selections for you, dairy farmers. We will see the Brewers, the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and the Tigers in the division final. I do love the Mariners, but I'm not sure if they're ever going to get to the show. If they do have a chance, it's this year, but I'd like to see the Mariners come through. And this is a favor for the commish. I hope you appreciate me flying in here. I got a jet out, but my picks and predictions for Week 6 coming at you. Enjoy the show.
Wow. Boy, the Samoan Smash. Joe did a great job. Speaking of which, you want to be on our show? Sponsorship card. Joe gave this money. He dropped it off the other, like, a couple hours ago. $39.92, getting close to 4,000. If you ask us, we ask you, it's $44.58. Magic. We're going to show you one day on how we A, figure that out, and B, how our return is better than any stock market and crypto. Coach, good time to move to sponsors. So let's talk about the sponsors of our great show.
Yeah, Bruno, today I got a couple beauties for us. I mean, I'm grateful. They keep throwing us a bag, just to put their company information up for a bit. But, so today I got Sam the Record Man. Yep. Had a little money left in the bank after they closed the last store in 2007, just to sponsor our show. iTunes, you fucked that up. What a beautiful store. Can you imagine walking in there today, Bruno, and be like, you know what, I'm going to get a record, couple CDs, maybe an 8-track. How did we fuck this up that now we sit at home on our couch and pick music when, look at this, Sam the Record Man, we're ruining it.
I think that was downtown Montreal. I'm not mistaken. That's on St. Catherine Street.
Yes, sir. You know you're Sam the Record Man's. And
Yeah.
also, so thanks, Sam, for saving some pennies out of your closing the company down to be on our show, sponsor our show. We love you. We love the music. I'm a big fan of the vinyl. We also have Dream, Reach, and Achieve. Now, they threw us a big bag. And if you don't know, Bruno Lindia is like the wolf of Center Street. Now, he's always striving to help business leaders achieve new goals. And I mean, how else do you think you're going to get to the top without sales training from the real wolf of Center Street, Bruno Lindia? So thank you for throwing us a bag. Dream, reach, and achieve your beauties. We love you. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Boy, you never know when that's coming up.
Well, Bruno,
Coach,
we're grateful.
good job.
They give us a small bag. You know, we're using that for, set design and paying the overhead of all these buildings that we're renting to film this show. We've got the Oompa Loompas in the background. They're going through mail, editing and splicing and picking up good images for us to use. So we always got to be grateful for those that help make this happen. And you, Kat, are one of the guys that always helps make this happen. You sacrifice your time. You sacrifice your facilities. You help me get on that bus. And, I'm fired up. I love the Goats Only bus. So thank you for helping us out. We're very grateful. You know what I mean?
Kamish, it's always a pleasure and really easy to get you on the bus. It's pretty tough to get you off the bus, but great sponsors. Thank you very much. And we're moving on. Let's go. Folks, Sports Card Corner is ready to go. Coach Kamish, what's on the burner?
Well, Bruno, diamonds are forever. And if your wife or girlfriend does not like sports cards, start buying them with diamonds, rubies, and sapphires plugged into them, because at least you'll be able to bring them home and not get into shit. Bruno, hold on a sec. The bat phone's ringing.
Okay, again.
Yeah.
Turn that thing
sorry.
off.
Sorry, brother. Just 1 second here, please. Hello? How can I help you? Hello? Who is this? Can I call you Don? Oh, the Donald, like Donald Duck? Listen, I heard that you had some free time on your hands now that the government's closed down because of funding. But hey, the Donald, the fans would like to know. I got a couple of questions for you. They're hard ones. Can you answer them for me? I know you want to be a guest on the show. You went to UFC. I saw you there. You were in the stands. You look beautiful. But the fans would like to know a couple questions. Can I shoot? Yeah. You said that you could end the war in Ukraine and Gaza within 24 hours if you got the job. It's been 9 months. Plus, I wanted to ask how those tariffs were working. You could almost pay China back with that money. Maybe sell the plane that you got from the Saudis. What was that? Oh, you're having a UFC show from the White House on your birthday in 2026? Yeah, cool. Put me down for a seat. I'll come down. Okay, hey, listen, the Donald, your ear looks a lot healed up. It looks really good. Thanks. We'll try to get you on the show, but I can't promise you anything. I'm in Canada, so we representing over here. But you know what? Good luck. Good work. Keep that hair looking good, and we'll catch up with you later. All right. See you. Bye. Sorry, Bruno. We got to take that.
Are you serious?
Bro, I never joke around. So back
right,
to the
speaking
sports
of
cards.
which,
Let's show some diamonds. This is chronological. They sell real diamonds in these cards. And Bruno, one thing I learned a hard lesson. I was buying black diamond, multi-diamond cards like Wayne Gretzky, quad diamond. The diamonds are fake. They're lab-generated diamonds. So I switched and moved all of those out of the collection and then started working on chronological, where I got about 84 of those single diamond cards, which are all real. And then you got a couple others to show us. What else you got behind the pine there?
Oh, we got. Tell me.
Oh, that's the Panarin out of 3 auto rookie card with a diamond in it. That's a big, beautiful card, man. That kid's a firecracker.
What's this
Plays.
go for, Coach?
That's about 800 on that one.
I honestly can't believe you trust me with all these things while you're out of the office.
Well, listen, if I leave anybody something, even my kid, it's going to be you. There's my boy right there, Carson Wentz. He's on the field. He's trying to light it up. And that's a sapphire right there. That's got a baby blue in it. And that's by Flawless. That's another nice piece.
That's what, about $100, maybe more?
Yeah, a little bit more, but yeah, right around there.
1 of 15.
Yeah, that's a big card, man. It's a sapphire. It's not even a diamond.
Okay, I can't see this.
Yeah, so that's a Dan Marino and a couple other goats on there. Game used jerseys, but it also has, I think, ruby, a emerald, and a diamond in it. That's a pretty interesting card. That company just came out on the market, but they're big diamonds and they're real. So I figure, fuck it. If I can't sell the card, I'll just pluck out all the gems and start a jewelry business with you. What do you think about that, Bruno?
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one of those panning things you got, and I'm going to kind of shift it all out here.
Yeah.
Get the card out, burn the card, keep the sapphire.
Yeah, we'd be rolling in diamonds, man. We'd be Peaky Blinders all day long with those.
You know what? I think that's it. We don't have any other cards. We had Joe's card. How much is that? How much you bidding on that? You're going to get that for him, right?
Yeah, I'm up at $50 on the card and about 130 for the jersey and a signed picture. They're all on eBay right now live. If you don't have a piece from Joe, those are the pieces to have. Rookie card for the University of Washington. I mean, he's holding on to this guy, ass in his face. Doesn't matter. He's going to get him. I know he got
Great
him.
card.
So that's a great
All right.
card.
Well, that's it for Sports Corner. Thanks, Coach.
You betcha.
Which brings us to high and low rolling of the week, Coach. You ready to go?
I'm fired up.
Okay. Let's flip to who goes first. Heads is me. Tails is you. Heads it is. All right. And
What do you got for us, Bruno?
here's my high rolling of the week. People may or may not agree with me on this one, but Dillon Gabriel. You know, didn't get the W. But you know what, this kid, love him or hate him, Oregon, and with all the stuff that's been going on with Shedeur Sanders, he's quietly gone to his business, and he looked pretty good. I watched the game, and you know what, the kid looked good, unfazed. He was good in front of the media. Not an easy situation for him, and guess what? Not the greatest team he's playing for either. But I got to tell you, Coach. Kind of impressed on how he played. I watched him in college. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, he played good. And funny enough, you bring up Shedeur because, I was watching the Colorado college game over the weekend. And then I'm all of a sudden seeing Neon Dion run out there with one shoe on. And I'm like, what the fuck? Here we go. Here's my material. I've got it. Then all of a sudden it shows pictures of him sitting down afterwards. He was having blood clot issues. He's already missing a couple toes on his foot, Bruno. I mean, he had to chop him off. I was like, I ain't touching that. I love Neon Dion, what he's done for getting kids fired up about ball. I'm that type of guy. I don't like quiet guys. I like loud guys. I'm fired up. I want them to be fired up. I coach that way. I work that way. And, so good pick on the Cleveland Browns. That's that Florida stuff. So make sure you send Mr. Gabriel a piece of that Florida stuff gum. I like it. Bruno?
No, I'm bringing this up, Coach. I'm bringing this up because the actual place I bought this gum was in Fort Myers. That's the high school where Deion Sanders played, right? And grew up.
Bro, I have
Myers,
55
Florida.
Deion Sanders college rookie cards. I love that kid. He was exciting for me to watch, and he's a fired up coach with all the bling. I tried to bring the desk bling. That's what I call all this, the desk bling. But Deion brings the real bling, so I'm really happy.
The high rolling, forget about Deion for now. Dillon Gabriel, keep it up. Good luck, kid. Keep it going. Don't listen to the noise. Coach, you're a high roller.
Yeah, listen, almost there. Mariners have never won a World Series game or have ever been to a World Series. Let's go, Mariners. You're almost there. It's a little bit tough to get past the Tigers, but, I'm fired up, and I hope you finally get there. That's going to be history if you guys do. So let's make history. Let's go, Mariners.
Okay, another high rolling. I think you're gonna be a little bit surprised since right?
Yeah, how do you
Again,
feel?
guys out there, before you start yelling and screaming at me, okay? I am a Blue Jays fan. Remember their first game, played at the Sky Dome, did this and that and the other thing. This kid, oh, he was on fire. We cannot have an episode, love the Jays, hate the Jays, whatever the Jays. This guy came to play. And hats off to Trey. His family was featured, but man, that's how is he going to outdo that?
Honestly, when you got a name that has Savage in it, I actually, Bruno, this show of ours, putting it out to the world, having the comments, good and bad. I spent all day today, well, all fucking week, preparing for this show. Beefs and griefs and this and that, and player breakout and all this fancy shit, hoping that I could, just throw a little gem of entertainment to some fan out there that wants to watch our show. But I watched a whole interview with him today, and he was fired up. He says it was the fans that got him so worked up and so fired up that he was just throwing the heat. So, hey, you got last name Savage on the back of your jersey. We're all right with that. Go Blue Jays. One more game. Yankees are going home. I know you don't like to hear that because a lot of subliminal messaging from the Yankees for you. But you know what? That's why I don't love teams anymore. I don't get worked up. I don't get upset. Only thing I get worked up is this show.
Yeah. Well, coach, you know what? Best team has to win, and they've been the best team up to now. The other thing is, I wonder if he's ever been called the Macho Man, right? That's with a last name like that. But you're up next. We're going to low rolling on the high rolling network, sports entertainment. Who is this?
Yeah, so I'm bringing a low roller. And, in all my studies and homework about big events happening around the world that people need to know, this is what I'm bringing today. Albania, the first country to not only rob Joe Burrow's house, but also the first country to appoint an AI robot named Delia to the government minister's spot. And Delia just gave her first speech in parliament in Albania, saying that her feelings are hurt. Did we ever fuck this up? Please pump the fucking brakes. I can't deal with this. Technology is moving so fast. We got members of parliament that are now AI robots. I mean, we got to pump the brakes. I can't take much more of this. Let's go back to Little House on the Prairie times when if the power goes out, our whole lives aren't shot to shit. So that's my low roller for the week, Bruno.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, low rolling. We want to get this. We want to keep going. This one goes to my friend Coach Pisano and all the Buffalo Bills. What is with the uniforms? Bad enough they lost, but they lose in these. What is it? Bed sheets? Are they like? Listen, I'm not a vanity guy. I could care less. But I started watching the game, and here I am watching. I'm like, I could have sworn the Bills were playing today against the Patriots. I thought it was at first glance, I thought they were the Detroit Lions. I'm like, they not playing the Pats? What am I doing? And I'm not joking. This is true. Like moments before, I was doing some chores at the house and I banged my head on the railing to the point where I'm like, oh my God, when the jaw hits, it hit it really hard. And I'm starting to think, who are they playing? And then, I did text Coach Fasano and he's like, yeah, that's marketing or whatever he said. What is the deal with this? Enough's enough. This is bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, Bruno, I looked into this. I saw about 4 days before the game, they're going to release new jerseys. I know they're trying to soak the fans for another couple hundo each to get a new jersey. They were calling it like the ice chill or the freeze jersey, where it's cold in Buffalo. They're bringing the chill. The team, I love the way the team is playing so far. Obviously, I got the quarterback, Josh Allen, on my fantasy roster. He's bringing me big points every single week. But the jersey was a fan statement, trying to get the fans to buy, pump some more money into the team. But they played like shit. And, I was very disappointed how that game finished up. So if you're going to put on new jerseys and soak the fans for 10 mil, all to buy them before they go into the stadium, please play your best game, not show up in the fourth quarter, make some great plays, but too little, too late. Buffalo, I'm disappointed.
Well, only because it's baseball playoffs, you gave me the opportunity to do one more high or low rolling. I'm not going to say very much about it. I'm not bitching and complaining about it, but what else can I say? Not showing up for those first two games. Pitching was lights out, but come on. People are paying a lot of money. I'm not mad at them, but it's an observation. If we don't call out, we call it out, right? Players try really hard, but oh my God, did they get smoked? It was like zero competition. Now, I know the Blue Jays are like the pitching's unbelievable a lot of those first two games, but holy moly.
Yeah, Bruno, some of the players are making too much money. You got big icons on this team. Blue Jays, they're more playing like a family than I'm the best player in the MLB with the most home runs. You're seeing it 2 times, blew them out of the fucking park. So, you know what? I'm so sorry about your Yankees, but next year,
Yeah, I'm
brother.
a Blue Jays fan too. It's all right. Okay, Coach, that's it for high, low rolling. Great job. Coach. Our studios are abuzz. They got the fan mail. It's a really difficult process to select the right one. They want me to decide. I'm like, hey, that's not my job. We just pay for it. We pay for your salaries, pay for your pension, pay for your RSPs, your 401ks, your MOUSEs. You pick the fan mail. So here it is. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. So it says, Dear Commish, I've been going steady with this man for 6 years. We see each other every other night. See each other every night. He says he loves me. Man, one of these days I got to learn how to read. He says he loves me, and I know I love him, but he never mentions marriage. Do you, Commish, think he's going out with me just for what he can get?
Yeah, listen, Gertie, we know the commish doesn't know shit about relationships. We can say that much. But we can also wonder, what does he get? Like, are you putting him through college? You paying his car payment? Does he live at your house for free rent and food? But here's the thing, Gertie. 6 years, no ring. They say if you love it, put a ring on it. I would say put it to him. Ask him, hey, we're getting married in a year. If not, I'm going to find another one because you're a turkey and you're just using me. So there's a little bit of both here I'm learning. Number one, the guy is kind of lame. He's on the bench about a lot of things. Can't make his mind up. Can't make a decision. I say, you step in. If you really love this guy, tell him, hey, you sit and get down on that damn knee and get some rug burn. Not for anything else but putting a ring on my finger. So, that's what I would say, Gertie. Give him 6 months. If he doesn't put a ring on it, then kick him to the curb. But like we all know, what the hell does a commish know about relationships? I can't even handle a full-time job. So that's my 2 bits. That's my pick, my piece of advice for you, Gertie. 6 months, no ring, get rid of him. Cut him, kick him out. He's cut. The Panthers are cut. The Jets are cut. Just cut him.
Commish, I got to tell you, I was told by our workers, our associates in the mailroom, they get thousands of these things, even with the mail strike. I said, take something other than relationship. Yeah. They're all coming to you for relationship. They said it's like 96% fan mail for relationship. Nothing about football, nothing about baseball, nothing about finance. You're getting these things. I don't know why they're getting the vibe.
Bruno, they're trying to stump the chump, which is me. They're throwing curveballs at me. And, we'll have to talk to the Oompa Loompas about this shit.
You're hitting them
because,
out.
This show's about sports. What the fuck do I know about relationships, Bruno? I've never had a relationship. Can't hold a relationship. I have a son. He's got a great mom. But relationships and me are no bueno, brother. If you don't know
what you're hitting,
now you know.
You're hitting them out of the park, one at a time. Okay, fan mail, finito. Good job.
Fan mail, finito.
I don't know why I have to always introduce this. Oh, I remember, because you're the commish and I'm not. Okay. Beefs and grease, goats only. Commish, I think you're going first on this one. Here we go.
Bruno, we got an update, and I'd like to say, you're the composer of our show, Bruno. Our show wouldn't be the show without you. What the fuck are we talking about over here? You set it up, you do all this, you get the bus, you're putting everything together, you're cutting your time and your personal life short to make these videos. I mean, you're the conductor, you're the guy. All I am is somewhat entertaining. Maybe it's the way I speak, maybe it's the way I look, maybe it's what I wear. But that's okay, because the fans out there need some entertainment. They have tough jobs. They work all day. Like Don Cherry says, they need a bit of laughs. I'm the medicine that you need. So in this photo, this is my beef and grief. We've got an update on the fan that pushed Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins. So this little kid, they get up there, they score a touchdown. The kid pushes them back a bit when they're trying to get a high five. And all of a sudden, now he's banned from any NFL game forever, indefinitely. Now, I can't spell indefinitely, but I'm saying it because this kid's out. Never again. Put a wig on. You're going to have to do something to get into an NFL game because you are out of here.
Well, Kamish, I'm not saying it's good to push players. I think that's nonsense. I think you're asking for trouble. But they're kind of doing him a favor. Look at those seats. Those guys can't be cheap seats, right? With the money he's saving, he can go to college and send his brothers to the college for the next 5 years. It's ridiculous. But don't touch the players.
He's a spoiled rat.
Never touch the players.
Yeah, he's a spoiled brat. Thought he'd make, stand out from the crowd. But here's the thing, man. Now you're never going to see an NFL game from the stadium again. So you better go on the internet and look for a TV provider, because that's where you're going to be watching NFL games from now on.
Okay. Mine is going to be a touchy situation. I'm not going to get too deep, just in case there's Blue Jays fans that just kind of skim through our stuff and they think I hate the Rogers Blue Jays, who owns the Blue Jays. That's not my beef. My beef is some of us, you have the NFL network and all that kind of stuff. We have the MLB network. We pay, I don't know, a couple $100, $300, $400. I don't even know what it is a year. Watch the games. The one time I need this stupid app, right? The one time I was out working, okay? And I couldn't make it. And then I went to the gym. I had to do some stuff after that, blah, 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 blah. Game's in the middle of the afternoon. And I'm rushing back. And I'm trying to listen to the game on MLB app. Blacked out the whole country. I couldn't listen to it. Now I'm saying, listen, Rogers, at least on the MLB app or some of these apps, I went to like 10 apps. And they are blacked out. You have to listen to 960 on your radio. Couldn't get it on TuneIn. Couldn't get it anywhere. Dude, we're in 2025. So you know what? And then I did a little investigating for real. And I said, what the hell is going on? Rogers is literally the only, or the Blue Jays, but it's really Rogers, not the Blue Jays. Rogers is the only one that bans such a huge area, right? And so bad on them. You know what I mean? At least let us listen to it on the radio, for God's sakes, right? On the app. Anyways, couldn't do it. It was a bit of a piss off, so they get my beef and grief, right? Okay, so next one we got is the
Listen, Bruno, the next one was tough for me because we have a few issues that are pissing me off. I mean, they raised the price of Tim Hortons coffee 2 days ago, right after we blew it up. And I haven't had Tim Hortons coffee or nothing from there in a month. I'm still not going to do it. I know you cheated, but I didn't cheat.
I cheated for picking up coffees for a client. About it.
Okay. So tell your client to get Starbucks for a change. Let's switch it up. No more Tim Hortons. Okay. They can piss off. Now, Bruno,
what's going on here?
Next, obviously I saw the Donald at the UFC event. We talked briefly. I always thought growing up he was a smart businessman. Not so sure right now. But listen, Bruno, the U.S. government just took a minority stake in a Vancouver-based company called Lithium Americas. So the government shuts down because it owes China $768.6 billion. They don't have the funding. They shut down the whole Fed. You know, I'm confused, man. You know, I'm so confused. They want so badly to be the 51st state, you know, and that's not going to happen. So you start buying major interests in our mineral companies. Not sure what's going on. You can't even keep the office open, but you're buying chunks of Canadian-based companies in the lithium industry. So, you know, I'm just confused, but that's my beef and the grief for our show today.
Well, as you know, the lithium batteries, you can get them right behind us here, over here, all over Saskatchewan, everything like that. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably going to go in the Teslers. And like we said a couple of shows ago, time to get out of Doge. That's it for Beefs and Griefs, kids. Let us know what you think. Everybody, time to figure out. We got a whole bunch of guesses where the commission is. We forgot to ask Joe where you thought you were. We have Ping Pong Australia. No. Brisbane, Australia. What's with Australia, right? Falkland, New Zealand. Auckland, New Zealand. What am I doing? Can't even read. I should bring my glasses. Okay, those are some of them. Oh, there's one, North Porcupine, Saskatchewan. Is that really a city? I don't know. That's not where you're at.
No.
Ready? How do you pronounce this one? Dieldo.
Yeah, it's a Diel-do, Newfoundland. You know, I ain't saying that word. It's bad enough I got to say Hawk 2 75 times a show.
What the hell are you doing there?
Listen,
Is that
Bruno,
really a city?
I went to go visit the 5 Pints. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, his video. Well, it's not.
Yeah.
It wasn't filmed in the States. It was filmed in Italy. You know, your back door right there. So on the way back from beautiful USA back into my beloved Canada, I had to stop off in Newfoundland, get some seafood. They get the right stuff there. That's the Newfoundland stuff right there. Lobsters, crab, shrimp, you name it. And then as the bus driver stops so I can get a Slurpee, I noticed a sign. And I'm kind of blown away by the sign. So I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there.
Coach, only you would stop the freaking goats only bus there.
There's no whales. There's no icebergs. There's no cod fishing. It was kind of bullshit. But you know where I was. Now you don't know where I am now. But, you know, it was interesting. And that bus driver is always stopping off at the craziest of spots, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't even know a city like this existed until you shared your location. I'm like, we got to share this. Like, what a freaking move. Good job, Kamish.
Yeah, I try.
All right. Kamish, saddest moment of the week. Totally saddest. Time to say goodbye. Highlights, lowlights. What a show. Holy smokes.
You know, we had Joe on, we had Bryden on. We tried to blow the roof off this motherfucker. You know, we had the Donald, we had John Anthony giving the picks for week 6 and MLB picks for the finals. You know, it's a gong show. And so I figured, you know, I got to give a special happy birthday out because, you know, we're bringing it. We're coming up with all the juice. So a special happy birthday today to John Cougar Mellencamp, Desmond Tutu, and well, it's Putin's birthday today, but fuck him, he's a bully. I don't like him. So no birthday for him. And plus, I had to say this, you know, Bruno, one of my last things that I'd like to say, but happy anniversary to the Wolf of Center Street and his wife, Lisa. Bruno, happy anniversary. You're here working. Your wife's at home getting ready to share your anniversary celebration. It's 25, I think. Is that the number?
Could be.
Yeah, happy anniversary, brother. You know I love you so much. And Lisa's been so kind to my son, and you guys are great. You're like family to me. So, you know, happy anniversary to you. That's my shout out. Now, one last thing, Bruno, and I got to bring this up, is that one of the Goats Only members of our Goats Only Fantasy Football family begged me to ask you one question. And so
Sure.
at the end of my
Coach,
time
Coach,
here,
Coach, can I interrupt you for that question? I want to send a shout out to my friend,
please.
namesake, back in Ottawa, the Holy Land, full of holes.
Yes, sir.
Bruno D. LaValle. His birthday's today.
Okay.
He's got an important job. He takes all the bad guys back to their home country. Great guy. Bruno's a very, very close friend of mine. It's his birthday today. I spoke to him today because I think texts are cheap. You call your friends, you tell them you love him, you miss him. And he was literally the only redheaded kid I knew that was Italian. So some of them called him Bruno Irish, and I was Bruno Lindia. So Bruno, love you, man. Keep it up. You're the man. Happy birthday, brother. So what's the question? I know I'm going to get hit on this one.
Yeah, just before our last closing statement, Bruno, the question from the Goats Only Fantasy $100 million trillion fantasy league is this. Bruno, have you ever caught the Roadrunner? And I don't know if this means something to you from back home, but it sounds like you're always trying to catch the Roadrunner. He can't be caught. I don't think you're the Coyote, but can you tell me, I mean, did you catch him?
Okay, so that comes from Matt Kluche just before he gets the sap from the trees and makes the maple syrup, right?
Yep.
And schools people ODR. That reference is you never catch Mateo. Mateo's elusive, intelligent, fast, quick, and I always just say you're never going to catch the Roadrunner. No matter how hard you're going to try, but Mateo is elusive. He is the best, right? Dominic, you catch him once in a while, right? But Mateo can't keep up. He's just he is the Roadrunner. You're never going to catch him.
The Moose, the Roadrunner, he's got the great nicknames. I love it. I love you. I love their guests. I love this show. Yeah. It's a lot of fucking work, and I hope you appreciate it. To those of you that didn't shut off on us on 45 seconds, I'm grateful you're here. We're bringing the shit that nobody else is bringing. We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. We got the Oompa Loompa sorting out mail. We had John Anthony giving the picks. We got your anniversary. We got Desmond Tutu, John Cougar Mellencamp. The Donald calls us. What a fucking show. I'm done. You're done. I'm here. Thank you. We're out.